Hey, what's up? It's Pat here from smartpassiveincome.com. Welcome to video 2 in our How to Start an Email List series. Video number 1 was about how to set up an email service provider and actually get an opt-in form on your website. Here in video 2, I'm gonna go over 3 things. First, the biggest mistake that people are making when setting up and starting their email list. Second, I'm gonna share with you 8 different lead magnets or little incentives you can create to drive even more people into your email list. And then finally, I'm gonna share with you 10 different places on your website that you should be considering for where to place an opt-in form. So let's get started. All right, and really quick before we get started with this, just for those of you who are just starting out, literally from scratch, you don't have any traffic to your website, or maybe you don't even have a website at all. If you are wondering how to get started, I would actually recommend going to 100emails.com. That's a challenge that I created. It's completely automated, but in 3 days, 72 hours, I'm gonna share with you exactly how you can grow and start your list from 0 to 100. So if you're just starting out, go to 100emails.com, put your email there. You're gonna get emails from me to show you and walk you through the process of literally how to start from scratch. So check that out if you need it. If not, let's keep going and get into the biggest mistake that people are making.
I've reviewed tens of thousands of websites. I've held workshops related to email, and by far the number one biggest mistake that people are making when it comes to building their email list is asking people to subscribe to your exclusive newsletter, but offering no real incentive or value in exchange for their email address. Now, there are some cases where if you are the absolute expert on a topic and nobody else in the world has the same information as you do, that you could offer an exclusive newsletter and information because that would be the only place people could get it. However, in most cases, just offering additional information is not going to be enough to get people to exchange their email address. Email addresses are not something people just give out. You need to offer something of value in exchange. Now, that's not to say you should just dangle a carrot in front of people so that they can take action. You want to make sure that you don't just put something up there so that you can get an email address. You want to provide something of value, something that people will thank you for. It doesn't have to be very long. I'm going to go over a huge list with you in just a moment of the different kinds of what we're going to call lead magnets that you can create. But really, the reaction you want from people when they see this is, man, that was awesome, thanks. Like a little fist bump. Oh, thanks. I'd gladly exchange my email address for this thing that's really helpful. Thanks for that. Okay, so for now, here are 8 kinds of lead magnets that you can use to incentivize people to subscribe to your list. Number 1, a free email course. An email course is simply a series of emails that you write ahead of time that get sent out automatically after people subscribe. And because it's called a course, it comes with a lot of perceived value, which enables you to offer it as an incentive and really start collecting those email addresses. I'm going to show you how to use your autoresponder inside your email service provider in video number 4 of this tutorial. However, for now, I want to show you a couple examples. Just pick something that you feel your audience would love to get and write a number of emails behind it. It could be 3 emails, a 3-day course. It could be a 7-day course. It could be a 30-day course. Here's Neil Patel over at Quicksprout.com who created a free 30-day course, double your traffic in 30 days. You sign up for this, you get those emails automatically. Here are Jada and Jen from SimpleGreenSmoothies.com who've both built this amazing, huge brand which helps people live healthier lives by offering these smoothie recipes. And here you can sign up for a free 7-day experience. So it's not necessarily a course, but it is set up in the same way where every day for 7 days they're going to get one email that has a recipe, that has some information to help the person who subscribes live a healthier, happier life. And they've built their email list to hundreds of thousands using things like this and also challenges, which again, they write ahead of time and then you offer them as incentive in exchange for the email address. This website is doubleyourfreelancing.com with Brennan Dunn, and here he offers a 9-lesson course, 9 emails, that has helped over 20,000 freelancers learn how to do more and build a better business. And he actually has different courses depending on which kind of freelancer you are, developer, designer, marketer, or writer, which is really cool. But again, everything is sent automatically via email, has already been pre-written, and it's kind of cool here because he's actually segmenting his audience at the same time, which is a little bit more advanced, and we'll get into the more advanced segmentation features in video 6 of this tutorial. But for now, just know, email course, great way to go. Number 2, a free ebook. This is typically a PDF file that you can create that you can give your new subscribers access to, well, after they subscribe. And what's really cool is it comes with a lot of perceived value because, well, it's a book. This book that you're seeing here, eBooks the Smart Way, was actually my very first lead magnet that I ever created on smartpassiveincome.com. It's even still available today at ebooksthesmartway.com, and it's been downloaded over 200,000 times, which I'm very thankful for, obviously. Now, I will say that traditionally, ebooks have been the number one method that people have been using to provide an incentive for people to subscribe to their list. However, today, I actually wouldn't recommend going with this one first, and here's why. For one, they do take a lot of time and effort to produce, especially if you want it to be a high-quality ebook. Not to say that all of your other lead magnets shouldn't be high quality, but the other big part of this is it takes a lot of time to consume. And you want to offer your audience a quick hit. Think about it. If you were offered a great book that is 60 pages in length or even 30 pages in length, knowing that you're going to have to consume that many pages, is that something you really want to sign up for? Maybe, but don't you want to offer something that's going to be, yes, I need this now and I can actually use this now? Well, those are the kind of lead magnets that we'll be talking about right after this. But I will say that ebooks still work. And they are still great. And even if you are writing a book, you might want to consider posting it on Amazon and utilizing their marketplace to get even more eyes onto your brand from there. Number 3, a checklist. A checklist is far easier to create. However, it's extremely valuable. Here's a site by my good friend Steve Scott over at authority.pub, and you can see very clearly what he's offering here on the right-hand side to download, and that is something he calls the bestseller checklist. So that's a list of ideas and actions you can take as an author to make sure that you become a bestseller. So think of a process that your audience needs to go through. Can you create a checklist that people will want to download? That could be your incentive. Another simple lead magnet you can create is number 4, a list of tools and resources. Just bullet pointing your favorite items, your favorite pieces of software, your favorite quotes, or perhaps your favorite books like Amy Porterfield did here on her website. That, along with a small summary, can be all you need to incentivize people to subscribe to your list. So here on Amy's site, she has a list of her 7 must-read books for building momentum in 2017. And just to show you how this looks, I mean, it's a very simple PDF file. It's still structured nicely, but it just shows me a book here, a book here, a book here, but it also points people back to this particular episode. Now, what she's doing here is she's not offering a site-wide incentive. This is a very specific strategy we'll be talking about in the next video called content upgrades, which are incentives that are built specifically for different pieces of content you come out with. However, I'm just showing you that these incentives don't have to be very difficult for you to create. So you can create a little list like this with a little bit of a summary, completely helpful for people if they are really interested in this particular topic. So a list of your favorite resources or tools. Sometimes the most helpful content that you could offer as an incentive can come in video format, which is why number 5, creating a free video can be a great lead magnet for your audience. Like Glenn does here on viperchill.com. He has a 3-part video series, actually, so it's 3 videos that they get over time, and that is how to land your first $5,000 a month SEO client based on his own $1.4 million case study. Now, it could have been an ebook, it could have been some other format, but a video to show his results and to bring people behind the scenes is a great way to go about it. So if you click on send my videos here, it actually asks you to subscribe, and then you would get those via email. It would probably give you a link to a page where then that video exists. So it doesn't have to be very difficult. And if you have any experience creating videos, this could be a very quick and easy way that you can create an incentive for your audience. If you have yet to try video out, it's going to be a little bit difficult to start out, but you got to start somewhere, so you can try it out by using a tool like ScreenFlow or Camtasia to capture what's on your screen. Or if you're up to it, you can actually do a video just using your webcam and start with that. Now, you just make sure that you are providing some great value with that video, have a good, compelling headline, and you'll get subscribers with that video of yours. Number 6, you can offer a piece of software. Now, this isn't relatable for everybody, obviously, but you may have a software company or the ability to offer some kind of tangible item like a piece of software in exchange for an email address. And Leadpages does this very, very well. I'm an advisor for Leadpages. I absolutely love the company, and I love how they've been able to build their audience and their email list to over 200,000 subscribers, much of it because of what they offer inside of their blog posts. So for example, here they're talking about their top converting lead pages, and they also give away their top free landing pages, the templates for them, the HTML, to incentivize people to not only subscribe to their list, but also show them how much easier it is to use lead pages. So you can offer software in addition to other things to get more subscribers. Next up, number 7, provide an infographic. This is what Ryan Levesque does over at askmethod.com. His book, Ask, is one of my all-time favorites and one of the most useful ones I've ever read. And he offers a blueprint, which actually shows you the Ask method in a nice visual format. And no matter what topic it is, for whatever reason, infographics tend to get a lot of attention. And it's different than what's out there already. So here's what I would do. Don't create one from scratch, but go into your Google Analytics or wherever you can keep track of your traffic and your most popular posts, and pick 1 or 2 of your most popular posts and use those as the basis for your infographic. You're going to have to hire potentially a designer to help you make it look nice, but all an infographic is information that is represented visually using some nice graphics to share some items. And so you already know that those are popular. Create infographics of those, offer them for free in exchange for an email address, and it could be your primary method for generating that large email list you're hoping to get. And finally, number 8, an industry or market report. So with whatever industry you're in, if you've run any surveys, taking that information, compiling it, and putting it into a PDF file for download can be very useful information for other people in your space. It doesn't make sense for everybody, but this is a great way to incentivize people to subscribe because people want to know the numbers, right? And you've done all the research. People want to gain access to that. And this is something that Michael Stelzner from socialmediaexaminer.com does very well, and they do it every single year. They also run Social Media Marketing World, which I highly recommend. I show up every year. Hopefully I'll see you there. But like I said, an industry or sort of market report based on some research that you've done, that's something people want, and that's something you can offer in exchange for an email address. Okay, so just to recap for your convenience, first you have your email course, then your ebooks, a checklist, a list of tools and resources, videos, software, an infographic, or research report. Now, this isn't all of them, but these are ones that I feel would be able to help you provide a ton of value for your audience, which will help build your list not only bigger, but better, meaning people who will actually care to open the next emails that you send, people who will care to actually click on the links in the emails that you send, which is obviously very, very important. The next question you might be asking yourself is, where do you place your opt-in forms? Where on your website should you put these forms so you can begin collecting these email subscribers? Well, I'm here to tell you 10 places on your website to put your opt-in forms, and here's number 1. Your About page. We're looking at the About page for Derek Halpern, a good friend and owner of socialtriggers.com. He's gone through a number of design iterations over time. This website looks great, but the one thing that he's always had consistently on his About page throughout all of the different designs is an opt-in form to subscribe to his email list. Now, he doesn't offer a free gift here, but he does many other places on the site. He might be testing it, I don't know. But the one thing that he told me was that your About page is typically one of your most visited pages on your website. Plus, it's a place where people are learning about you and what your site has to offer. So it's the perfect place to ask for an email address. Implement this one strategy and you will see more subscribers on your list. I think this goes without saying, but your homepage is obviously a great spot to include an opt-in form because many people are landing there and they want the free goods. So like Dave offers here at kindlepreneur.com, he can help you sell more ebooks. So you can sign up on his homepage. And typically you want to make sure that the opt-in form is above the fold, meaning you can see it without having to scroll down. Brian Harris over at videofruit.com does the same thing. He has it in what we call the hero section at the top on his homepage. And instead of offering an ebook or something like that, he offers a class, an email class. And if you click on this button, it goes through what's called a 2-step opt-in process, which we'll talk about in the next video, which he then uses to collect just simply an email address from there. Number 3, you can include an opt-in form at the bottom of a blog post, as Selena Sue does here at her site, selenasue.com. This is great because after people digest your content, they're typically going to be very thankful or have enjoyed your stuff. And it's a perfect spot where you can ask for an email address because they're going to want more stuff like what you just offered. So hopefully you're providing value in your blog posts. And if you are, well, ask for an email address. Number 4, you can ask for an email within a post. This is a great one for those of you who are just starting out who may be adding email marketing on top of a blog that you already have, because you can pick your most visited pages and posts and insert these right in the middle of your content pretty much right now if you wanted to. Here we are on the blog at sumome.com, and if we scroll down this very insightful post here, you'll see that there is an offer to get templates. So one of the lead magnets, like we said earlier, was software. So here's a version of that. Click here to get the templates. You click on this, and it goes through, again, that 2-step opt-in process like I talked about. Now, the more you can relate the download to the actual content that is in that particular post, the more likely it is that you're going to get subscribers. So just keep that in mind. But again, this is a very easy strategy to implement, and it's one of those that you can actually do right after watching this video. Hey, that's me. And this is strategy number 5, which is including an opt-in form on your Start Here page. Your Start Here page is a little bit different than your About page. Your About page is going to be about your website and about you and how you can help them. A Start Here page instead is for brand new visitors to your website who need help on figuring out what to do first or what to consume first. It's very helpful because typically a blog becomes this just massive chronicle or archive that becomes very overwhelming for new visitors, especially people who you're trying to teach and who really want those first steps right in front of them. That's what the Start Here page is for. So I have podcast episodes here, some definitions and articles they should be picking up. But I also have, as we scroll down, and I don't have it right up top because I want to offer value first, but in the middle here, you'll see the 2-step opt-in process again to download one of my ebooks and stuff. So that's the strategy. Make sure to not only include a Start Here page, but if you do, or when you do, also include an opt-in form to get on your list. Number 6, you can include an opt-in form in your sidebar like Brian Dean does here from backlinko.com. And I have to say, Brian implements a lot of these strategies that we've already been talking about, but I wanted to mention this one because I love the way that he structured this sidebar opt-in form. It not only looks great, but it also includes a testimonial from somebody that people can recognize in the same space that he's in, Neil Patel, who we've actually already heard in this video, which is really cool. Now, I will say that when you implement this strategy, typically it will be shown, your opt-in form will be shown on all the different blog posts that you come out with, which is sort of the benefit of that. It's shown on every post, so it does get a lot of eyes. However, because of that and because the sidebar is, well, a sidebar, it's not the primary reason why people are on that particular page, well, you're going to get a extremely low conversion rate. And that's okay. Just keep that in mind. So it's something worth testing. But compared to other opt-in forms, you're going to get a lot more people seeing this one, but a lot less percentage-wise signing up. So just keep that in mind. Number 7, an exit pop-up form. Now, what this means is as soon as people want to leave your page or they are sort of leaving the browser window in some way, shape, or form, you'll see a pop-up show up. And this is a great opportunity to ask because, well, you have nothing to lose. People are about to leave anyway. You might as well ask for an email if they haven't signed up yet. Now, you do have to be very careful about this strategy because there are certain implications in terms of annoying people, but also Google. And so you want to make sure it's implemented the right way. There are a number of tools out there that can help you do this, like Lead Pages and Opt-in Monster, and even ConvertKit has some exit pop-up form capability as well. But I'm going to show you what this looks like at neilpatel.com. He's always got some amazing strategies going on. He even combines the exit pop-up, which I'll show you in just a sec, with this training that he offers, a sort of free webinar that you can get. And there's also a countdown timer for that too. So I'm going to scroll up here. You'll see my mouse, and as soon as I am about to leave the page, there's a pop-up. And it says this webinar starts in 10 minutes and 30 seconds. He also includes some other strategies here as well, showing how complete we are with the process of signing up, reserving our seat now, just a really nice, clean form. And that typically works very well. He also has this way to exit by saying, no thanks, I don't want more traffic. And that's sort of a psychological way to get people to say, no, I do want traffic, so I am going to sign up. Number 8, you can include an opt-in form in your footer, meaning the very bottom of your website. Here we are at the top or the hero section of chrisducker.com, but at the very bottom, you'll see that there's also an opt-in form included there as well for instant access to his free Youpreneur Launchpad, which is really cool. Now, the footer, like the sidebar, will typically be shown on every page. So if we go to his blog here, and then let's just click on this one, the Youpreneur's Guide to Buying the Right Domain Name. Nice. And as you can see, the footer is there too. That's really important because you're going to also, similar to the sidebar, see a lot of views, but typically very low percentage-wise signing up. But the benefit of putting it in the footer is a lot of times people are going to read your post and scroll all the way down, meaning, well, the sidebar disappears. Anything that you had in the middle of the post disappears. So what's left? Well, the sign-up form at the bottom. So it's a great place to just catch people if there are no other opt-in forms available, especially after they've read your post or after they've gone through all the comments on your blog. Number 9, you can create a specialized landing page for the different items that you offer. So here's one example on my site, Affiliate Marketing the Smart Way. You've already seen the landing page for eBooks the Smart Way, but this is a place that I can drive traffic to. Now, I do have a little tiny secret I want to share with you that works really well, and that is you can directly land on this page by going to affiliatemarketingthesmartway.com. The other one you can go directly to by going to ebooksthesmartway.com. Those are domain names that I bought on GoDaddy for just a really cheap price that I then forward to these particular landing pages. That way, when I'm on a video or on a podcast or just simply in my head, I can always easily remember the URLs for those specific items. And so it makes it really easy for me to share and to drive traffic here. These are also great places to drive traffic to from advertising forums such as Facebook or Instagram or Twitter. And not only that, the reason these things work really well, the reason why landing pages are great is because people are here seeing the one thing you have to offer, and they can either grab it or leave. There's nothing else really distracting them at this point. So you can grab this book by doing the 2-step opt-in process here. I also have another example for not a book that I offer, but this is a challenge, and this is similar to some of the strategies we talked about earlier, but this is the challenge that you're familiar with if you've gone through it already, which is the 100 email challenge. So getting 100 emails within 72 hours. It's actually at 100emails.com using that same exact strategy through GoDaddy. So this is a place where people can get more information about this and then sign up directly to join that challenge. So if you have multiple incentives, or even if you only have one, create a specific landing page for it and drive traffic to that. You're typically going to see a much higher percentage on these landing pages versus other places on your website, amongst everything else that's going on. And lastly, number 10, this isn't just for a particular place on your website. This is for your entire website. Please make sure that it is not only mobile compatible, but all of your opt-in forms and pop-ups related to subscribers are mobile compatible as well. So as you can see here, David Siteman Garland's site, therisetothetop.com. If I click on giving my cheat sheet here, you'll see a nice pop-up that allows me to easily include my name and email, and I can grab his cheat sheet from there. So this is really important because you have a lot of visitors that are now visiting your website via mobile. So don't penalize them for doing that and making it hard for them to subscribe. And don't penalize yourself too. Make it easy for them. Reward them. Make it incredibly simple for them to sign up and get your stuff. To finish up video 2 here in this tutorial, before we move on to the next one, I want to give you 2 final points. And the first one is to test. Test these different strategies. Some may work better for you than others. Some different places on your website may work better than others. And most importantly, don't try to do all of them at the same time. Yes, you should do more than just one, but if you're just starting out, start with one, test it out, then continue to add more. If you see some that you include that don't seem to be working out, remove them. You don't want to waste that space on your website. But also pay attention to which ones are working and then put even more effort into those once you see them starting to give you some success. And then point number 2 is I want to give you the formula for how to get a subscriber. And that is, first, you provide value, which you're already doing on your website, hopefully in some way, shape, or form. And in that, you earn trust with your audience. But even with the value that you provide and the trust that you've earned with your audience, you must ask for the subscription. So putting these opt-in forms in there, the calls to actions, and all the other things that you need to do to get people to realize that they can be a subscriber, to get even more great information from you, to get all these great goodies that you're going to give them. That's how you get a subscriber. The value and the trust that you earn, but also the ask. And that's what this is all about. The ask and making sure that people have that opportunity to become your subscriber. In the next video in this tutorial, I'll be giving you some more advanced strategies that people are using to grow their email lists even more. That's more than just placing an opt-in form on your website, but using a lot of other tools and techniques to really scale that growth. So I'll see you there.
Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. If you want to check out the next video in this series, you can click over here to get that. And if you want to check out the website that has all these videos plus other giveaways and information, you can click the website over here. Video 2, it was just for you. Now it's time to see what's in video 3.